The NBA hates Russell Westbrook, and since 2021, they've tried to bury him by putting him in basketball purgatory. But, like any great supervillain, Russell Westbrook just doesn't give a rip, and instead is making the NBA pay for trying to send him into irrelevancy.
What can be accomplished like in these last 19 games?
Nobody, y'all don't got no. You guys have a lot of opinions about how we do what we doing. What you got? Oh, it's very interesting.
And might be at the same time making his case for being one of the most misunderstood superstars in NBA history. It's 2026, Russell Westbrook is 37 years old and he's averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds and 6 assists a game coming off the bench, giving you maximum effort on both ends of the floor. Yet, every year since 2021, it's been a question every summer if Russell Westbrook deserves to be on an NBA team. I think we can all speak for Russ when we say, "What? Y'all must have forgot that this guy is the triple-double king and actually averaged a triple-double 4 separate times." Bro, that's insane. And whether you like him, hate him, or anything in between, Russell Westbrook is getting into the Hall of Fame the minute he's eligible. Oh, so then he must have a poor character and be a bad teammate.
Like, one thing about Russ, that he had a special relationship with everybody on the team.
No, you. Yeah, you make a lot of statements and broad statements that you have no context. So where do you get your context from? Are you in practice?
No.
Are you at our film session?
No.
Are you anywhere around the building?
Yes, that is in fact Russell Westbrook going out on his shield for his Sacramento teammates and his team. Even though they are trash, that is a warrior you want on your side. In fact, by and large in Westbrook's career, he's been known as a very supportive teammate and an even better character guy. But let's stop for a sec. I bet you thought this was a Russell Westbrook tribute video, but it's not. I branded him a super villain very specifically, and it's because he's done a lot of villainous things in his career. Let's start with his 2021 disaster stint with the Los Angeles Lakers, which actually started all of this. Let's be clear, this was far from Russ's finest hour, and a lot of the criticisms for his on-court play was warranted. It's never a great look when you type in Russell Westbrook Lakers that all the videos start with the term lowlights. And here's where the nuance comes in. While Russell Westbrook was great with the younger players, the players who were looking up to him to be mentored, he clashed significantly with LeBron James. And that's something that a lot of people didn't realize was happening at the time. I actually made a whole video on their beef and I'll link it right here. But safe to say, it had very little to do with Russ's skill and a lot to do with him feeling way out of place.
For our daily ritual here on Undisputed, the Russell Westbrook turnover tape. Here we go. We got all 7 of them. Whoops. What is that? Russ, what are you doing? What were you thinking there? Russ, are you thinking? Oh, Russ.
And that's where the teammate thing continues to get muddy, because Russell Westbrook has a history with clashing with superstar teammates. He's great as a teammate when he's the number 1 alpha dog being the mentor. That's why in OKC, nobody complained when he was stealing their rebounds. But if you look at it, he clashed with KD in OKC. He clashed with James Harden in Houston.
What?
He clashed with LeBron James in LA.
What?
Supposedly clashed with Jokic in Denver.
What?
Certainly clashed with Kawhi in LA.
What?
That leads us to the second point. Why was he clashing with all of these teammates? It's to do with his on-court decision making and his efficiency. Unfortunately, Russ only has one gear, and that's gear number 6. He's like a whirling dervish of a human. He can only be going at 120%. And sometimes in the playoffs, or a lot in the playoffs, when games are decided by split-second moments of intelligence or outsmarting your opponent, Russ has proven time and again he's unable to shift the way he plays. And these criticisms are highly warranted. But if we zoom out and look at it from the perspective of Russell Westbrook, you can say he's an undersized guard who can't shoot and has poor decision making. But guess what? He's in his 18th season in the NBA and has made over $350 million just from the league. What people don't tell you about the famous Oklahoma City collapse to the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals up 3-1 is Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook were bickering in games 6 and 7 when they needed to win. And guess what? Russell Westbrook actually made Oklahoma City choose him over Kevin freaking Durant. Russell Westbrook is considered in the likes of MJ and Kobe when it comes to his dog mentality. Michael Jordan said it himself, so before you guys get all heated with me, Jordan said it himself. Russell Westbrook will be remembered as one of the most athletic players to ever play the game. And if you wanted to make a case that he is the most athletic player to ever play at his position, you wouldn't be far off. And now, in 2026, in the swan song of his career, everyone thought that once he got to Sacramento, he would fade away into the darkness the way the NBA has wanted since LeBron James washed his hands off Russell Westbrook. But here's the thing. You can't keep Russell Westbrook down because he just doesn't give a fuck. And his latest masterpiece?
And actually, do you know me?
I know you.
No, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me.
What?
But you make a lot of comments as though you do know me.
I'm commenting about your basketball.
No, you don't. My intent. I see it.
What?
But I'm asking you now, but you don't know me, right? So you don't know anything about me.
Not you personally, no.
Thank you.
What?
That's good. Anybody else? You guys have any comments about how we play, what we doing? You guys are quiet today, but you guys have a lot of comments when the game's going on.
What?
After the game, what we doing, what we should be doing,
What?
how we should be doing it.
Goddamn, B. If I had anyone in my life speak up for me half as much as Russ speaks up for his teammates, I think I'd be in a good situation, man. So maybe Russell Westbrook isn't even a villain. Maybe he's just a misunderstood hero who had to continue to do him to get to where he is today. Maybe Russ doing his thing and never caring is the reason he became Russ in the first place.